Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, for today's episode of Bullet Points, we're going to go back to The View again. I know I really don't like listening to The View, but something else occurred in the analysis of the Alec Baldwin situation that's going on. Personally, I haven't covered anything on it because it's as simple as a negligent discharge with tragic outcomes. I didn't really see a tie into gun rights, so I didn't really cover that much, but this is important because when The View was going through this, they went through some things which I found, one, extremely concerning for people talking about firearms at all because they don't know what they're talking about. And the second thing was the blatant hypocrisy from known gun controllers on this show. I want to walk you through this because this is important. The more that you see this and you put sunlight on it, you can see they don't know what they're talking about. They have no ground to stand on, and you ask the why questions and they fall apart. And then as a little sprinkling on top, the hypocrisy, which is so easy to see and declare. Let's hit it. It's linked in the description box below, and I want to know what you guys think on this. And spread this one out because this is important. This is easy to do, and it's something that we need to turn the tide for us, all right? Check this out. Here we go.
Good to go now because you don't use bullets on a set.
Right.
Because they kill people.
So when they say live ammunition, it could mean like a blank or something that went wrong? Like what? Because
well, live ammunition, I think, really refers to something coming out of the gun. If something is coming out of the gun, that's live ammunition.
So it could be like a rubber bullet.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what made me really surprised was over the weekend I heard that
If you don't know what live ammunition is, perhaps, maybe, don't talk about gun control or gun regulation until you understand the basics, okay? That's the first thing. And later on in this clip, we're even going to go into where Whoopi Goldberg starts talking about gun regulations and firearm safety and regulations and disproves her own point even further. This is crucial because if you listen to what they say, you can easily pick it apart because there's not a lot of substance there. But now, I'm going to show you this hypocrisy. This right here is from Sunny Houston, okay? Very far leftist. We did a segment earlier where she was talking about gun violence and guns need to go away, and then whatever. It's another show. You can check it out. But listen to what she says here. And this, think of this through what they've called every one of us, you and I, every time there's an incident of mass tragedy in this country. Got that in your head? Now listen to what she says here.
That and I'm sure you know Alec pretty well. I've met him a few times. I'm sure he is distraught over this. It's been reported that he's inconsolable.
Yeah.
It certainly wasn't intentional. And there were all these ghouls that sort of came out over the weekend attacking him, like Lauren Boebert and of course, Donald Trump Jr. and a few people, saying just terrible things about him during this time. I mean, a woman died here, a woman who's a mother, who, a wife, someone who was, they say, just wonderful at her craft, a cinematographer, just starting. And when you have people like that coming out, trying to, take some sort of opportunity and a shot at Alec Baldwin, I thought that was pretty disgusting and despicable.
You want me to do?
So it's disgusting and despicable when someone goes after the situation that we're dealing with. But when there's something on a mass scale, when every single gun owner who is legally owning a gun in the United States is vilified and basically demonized to say, how dare you be a part of this? They can say whatever they want to us. They can be as mean and aggressive to us as they want. It's our fault. Everything's our fault. And that's not taking an opportunity to push gun control because, ironically, that really starts to ramp up when those things happen. This is who we're dealing with. The hypocrisy is easy to see. And this literally was 2 weeks ago that I did another episode on The View where they were saying the same thing, but on the opposite spectrum. It's sad, it's pathetic, but now I want to bring one more thing to you, and this is what Whoopi Goldberg said about regulations. She does this unintentionally, but it's incredibly important because keep in mind, they're always saying more regulations, but listen specifically what she says. I'm going to highlight it, and then we're going to talk about this.
That the reason you don't hear about this often is because it does not happen often because this is what regulations are for.
Yeah.
This is why you don't want to get rid of a whole lot of regulations because they're put in places that you don't even realize they are. So you have to pay attention.
Right there. They're put in places that you don't even realize that they are. For example, there's over 20,000 firearm regulations on the books right now. Almost, you could say, from a leftist perspective, so many that you don't even recognize that they are until they are. They disprove their own points constantly, and then she uses that point, which disproves herself, to then build into more not removing regulations. This is the entire leftist gun control perspective. What you're watching here is the everyday interaction of lack of knowledge, hypocrisy, and assaulting those rights and putting things on people that they don't even understand what they're saying. And that's why I brought this to you, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think of this bullet points in the comments field below, and I will see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden, signing out.